Hello everyone, I'm so happy that you're here. Today we are gonna do a pick a card reading about your proposal. How is your partner gonna propose to you? And all the details about the location, the rings, whatever you can imagine. Who else is gonna be involved, all these kind of things, okay? So we have parts number one. Let's do it like this. Part number one. Pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. All right. So you can, as always, take all the time that you need. Pause the video if you like. And sometimes meditation helps. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, ask the question, how is my proposal gonna look like? And maybe if you open your eyes, you have a better feeling for which of these piles you feel drawn toward, okay? Now, I apologize for not uploading regularly. I'm now in Korea, actually, for my quarantine, so I didn't really have so much time to film any videos. But here I am now, and this is kind of a series on my channel where I talk about wedding. We already had your wedding day in the previous video, and I'm gonna upload the honeymoon video after that. So don't miss these videos in my channel. If you want to see them, turn the notification bell on and subscribe. And yeah, join in our community. And as for now, you can choose your pile, and I'm gonna see you in the reading. Bye-bye. Hello, my lovely pile number 1. This is your pick a card reading about how your proposal is gonna go. We're gonna look at all the details from budget to the location, all these kind of things you might want to know about your proposal. Again, I wanted to let you know this is about kind of for the people who want to get proposed to. So if you are the person who wants to do the proposing, I didn't really do this reading with you in mind, but I mean, if I get any kind of energy that I can pick up on that indicates that you are the one who's going to propose, I'm obviously, going to mention that as well. Okay, so I'd say without further ado, let's hop right into the reading. And we're starting out with the date or the time. It's the 4 of Swords in reverse, and I tend to not read the date cards in reverse, because it's a number. Like, if I turn the 4 around, what would that be, right? Okay, so I definitely think this is the group for the people who are kind of about to get to propose to. Like, this could actually indicate that you are gonna get proposed to within the month. So 4 weeks, 4 of Swords. Swords usually stand for weeks, so this could be a thing for you. Otherwise, I think autumn. So maybe you could also get proposed to, this autumn. Okay. Yeah. For the situation, for some of you, I guess this kind of indicates that you are really waiting for this proposal. Like, at the time it happens, you are almost kind of getting frustrated, you are really waiting for that proposal to happen. You are waiting for your fiance to finally ask the question, and you kind of feel like you are in this kind of standstill almost within the relationship, where you're waiting and waiting and waiting for the proposal, and you feel this kind of frustration where you definitely think, oh my gosh, I don't want to wait any longer. Like, almost for some of you where it's like an extreme, obviously, where you kind of think about, moving on from the situation because you're like, nothing's happening. And yeah, but actually the proposal is on its way, so do not fret. And then we have kind of the next question is where it's gonna happen. we have the Seven of Swords. Ooh, okay. So this makes me think, this is funny that I said you can now kind of this moving on, this fleeing from the situation, because this also kind of talks about a getaway, like fleeing from something. And it makes me think that it could happen like everything's in motion, it's on the road, almost like for some of you at a trip, because you see like the tent made me like immediately think of a camping trip. Otherwise it could be, as I said, on the road while you are on some kind of vacation or away from home, but actually I feel like it's really during the moving part of the trip itself, like if it's in the car or on the train or something like that. But another scenario that comes up that is like obviously not for all of you, but for some of you who pick this pile, I feel like this is a kind of like someone is storming out situation. Someone is trying to get away from what's happening, and someone's fed up. We said you could be fed up, frustrated that this person isn't proposing to you, that things are not going their way. So I feel like for some of you there could be a fight, and then you kind of storm off, and this person is running past you, and then they are like proposing in the spur of the moment, because like actually what I said, the proposal is coming, they probably kind of planned it already, but they probably weren't planning to do it at this exact moment. That's more like this whole card feels like of a bit of a spontaneous reaction to something else. So I'm thinking this is kind of for them to show, okay, I'm actually like, I have the ring in my pocket, so get married to me kind of thing. Okay. So I also asked if this proposal is going to be more on the public or private side, and we have the Artist in reverse. For me, this card, like, it's giving conflicting messaging actually, because I feel like, so first of all I thought like artist, that could be definitely someone private, someone intimate, but then again also someone, an artist puts his creations into the public eye most of the time. So I was kind of like and since it's in reverse, I feel like that this is this is a thing that could happen in private between the two of you, but in public, you know what I mean? If we pick up the storming out situation again, it could happen like on the street where there are other people, but it's not like that it's happening in front of a large crowd, and it's planned to have this kind of giant flash mob and everything. I don't think it's that way. I think it might be at a place where there are other people around, but it's still an intimate thing that's happening between the both of you, and not necessarily is involving any of the people around. Like some of them who are like standing around might notice, but I don't think it's gonna be like this real big public proposal thing. Okay, then the next card we have is actually for that's for the actual involvement of the planning, like who is actually involved in planning this proposal. Did they have help? And we have the Lovers, and right away I got this kind of picture in my head. If you have this kind of found family, soul family, best friend group, and you and your partner are part of that group, then I think they will definitely be part of planning the proposal and helping your partner out to do all the right things. And I don't know why the 6 immediately made me think of like a friend group, like 6 people planning the proposal, and you are the 7th who is, on the receiving end of the proposal. This is like what came up right away in my mind. And then otherwise, obviously, if you're not in that kind of situation, it's still, between you and this person, kind of. Obviously, you, if you're getting proposed to, are probably not planning the proposal, but, this person is really picking up on everything you want and paying attention to that. So you are basically, subconsciously planning the proposal as well, because it's between you two and what you love and your love for each other. I think it's going to be, this great representation of you guys' relationship. You know what I mean? Let's see what's up next. And we are actually gonna talk... Oh, we're gonna talk about the ring. Okay. And the ring is the 7 of Pentacles here. Okay, so definitely a bit on the pricier side, the ring. I think your partner really, you can kind of see how he's standing here waiting for the, money to grow till he can harvest everything that's on the plant here. I definitely think that your partner did save up some money to buy this ring in particular, to make it perfect. And I'm conflicted, because this, I do see a lot of gold on this card in particular, I mean, this whole deck is obviously gold, but also the kind of what he's wearing also gives kind of that gold vibe. So I could see a golden like ring. I just feel like that's not so much a thing. I feel like most people wear silver rings for their engagement, but for some reason I'm picking up gold, as well as, green and blue stones is what I'm seeing, like not a plain white or not a diamond, probably. I mean, could be, right? Could be with like different colors, but like not a clear stone. I definitely see something along the lines of like from green to blue, green bluish, like kind of the colors of the sea is what I'm seeing for the ring. Okay. Up next. Up next is the reaction of your family. How is your family gonna react to this engagement? Because obviously, like, we want to know, are they gonna be happy when they hear about it? Are they like, oh, this person for real? Like, but we have the 10 of Pentacles, and I'm so happy for you, honestly. Like, this makes me so happy, this card. Like, I can feel all of the energy. And yeah, obviously, like, your partner is basically part of the family before they propose already. So this is so cute. I think your family accepts them with open arms. And I also get the feeling, we have the older person on this side and then here the younger person, that your partner comes to your family and kind of like in a traditional sense asks for your hand in marriage, and it's like, I really want to propose to your child. Like, is it okay if I do? Even though, they probably know that your family is going to be thrilled about it because they love them so much. And yeah, they are already so familiar with everyone. And, just like I said, part of everything already. Yeah, so that's nice. Love that. Okay. Next up is the budget of the whole proposal thing, excluding the ring, because we already talked about the ring. Okay, and we have this Chariot. Sorry, the Chariot. which is makes me think that this is really weird, because I'm getting the feeling that they did in some way also, with the saving up we had for the ring and with the whole planning thing we talked about. This is making me think that there is some kind of special setup that this person had in mind for you to get, to propose to. And I, for some reason, I have, this really typical image of a restaurant, a fancy restaurant in mind, and you are there, but you think they're not going to propose now, and you get mad, and then you run out, and then this whole situation, ensues. This is kind of the image I'm getting for this pile. So, but it's not nothing more that's being planned and that needs to be spent on, if that makes sense. Because as I said earlier, this is all about, your relationship and a representation of that. So it's not gonna be something that is out of character for both of you. And I guess since it happens kind of naturally or spontaneously, I guess that's the case anyway. But yeah, it's this person has a plan and has everything under control, and for that they spend the money, right? Let's say the restaurant or the place, but then everything goes kind of out of control, and they obviously don't have the money, they didn't have money to plan for that anyway, and they also didn't. So it's it's this really this is just what it is, plain and simple. That's what they planned their money for, and in the end everything works out. If not like it was planned, then in another way. I think it's a bit confusing, the energy of this pile, but overall it's nice. So great for you, right? We also have another card about, we kind of already talked about the planning, but I actually have a special placement for this, and this is the Knight of Pentacles, which confirms my suspicion that this person is planning this proposal for a long time. Pentacles indicate years, so it actually could be several years. I get for a lot of you from this pile the feeling that this person kind of, knew they wanted to get married to you from the very beginning, and, basically planned this whole thing all the time. And again, it makes me think that this person is really paying attention to what you say. So if you mentioned 2 years ago, I kind of want, a ring with green and blue stones if I ever get engaged, that's what they're gonna get you. Or if you say, I would hate to have a big public proposal where there's a band and dancers or something like that, they are okay, I know exactly what you want, and I'm gonna make it the best for you, okay? This is definitely the energy I'm getting with this card, because this is a person, the Knight of Pentacles, someone you can rely on, someone who is trying to lay a steady base for everything, someone who's trying to make things right, So they definitely have been planning this proposal for you. And maybe that's why you get frustrated, because this person's I'm gonna do this and this and this, and it's gonna be perfect. And then you are why are they not proposing to me? And they're because I need it to be exactly the way you want. And I see that kind of happening, okay? And our last card for today actually is the well. And I was asking for the well, if that, what speech is gonna happen at the proposal. And I think, the well, it's kind of a source of water. So, energy is coming out. And I feel like this also represents, creative energy. I feel like it's not gonna be your average wedding proposal speech, I think your partner is gonna do something very creative. I've mentioned several times now that they want to make this proposal to represent your relationship. So I think they are gonna reference something really private that maybe someone else wouldn't get, that's between the two of you, and that makes this proposal even more special because it's just so intimate in that way, Again, as I said, even if there are people around, it's still gonna be intimate. It's still gonna be like just for the two of you. And I can imagine that you have some really kind of unique origin story as well, the both of you, when you got together, is the feeling I'm getting for this pile as well. So this person's probably gonna pick up on that and pick up on all the things that you have went through within your relationship and really give you that special and unique proposal that you are waiting for, right? Okay, so really touching as well. Really, like, I think this partner and you as well, like, it's gonna make you very emotional, and it's like on also purposefully really tapping into that emotional aspect of getting married, and really purposefully making it so that you probably both are gonna cry, because obviously, a lot of people cry when they propose or get proposed to. But I definitely think that your partner is taking the extra step to remind you of, their love for you and also your love for them, to make it this emotional event. Yeah, I definitely, I get this feeling that you are going to be really touched. Like, it's really touching. It's going to be really romantic, is what I'm getting. Okay. Lastly, I thought we should look at the shadow card as well, which is interesting for you. It's the Hierophant. So yeah, definitely what I said earlier about, this person wanting to get married to you for a long time is kind of confirmed. And also, just the fact that you are really getting married to this person. This is not someone you are going to be, engaged to for a long time and then still break up before the wedding. No, this proposal we are talking about here, this is really someone who not only wants to get married to you, but who, like, everything of this is really done with, like, already kind of a concrete marriage in mind, a concrete wedding as well, okay? I feel like a really traditional marriage in that sense is gonna come out of this proposal, Yeah, so I definitely think this is almost like set in stone. Like, it's definitely there's definitely gonna be a ceremony. It could be even a wedding, like a religious wedding, but definitely I think something that is, just the traditional kind of marriage and traditional wedding, especially, that you are gonna have with this person. Okay, pile number 1. This is it for your reading. It's a bit, as I said, a bit confusing, a bit dramatic. I feel like maybe you might be maybe your partner as well, but I feel like you might be like a bit of a dramatic person, which is fine. Obviously, it's kind of still a cute story all over overall, because we have, you know, this kind of really happy ending that's coming out for every one of you, with the family especially, and getting married, and, you know, just having this perfect proposal, even though you had to wait for it overall for a long time. But again, as I said in the beginning, even if you are, you know, someone who is kind of frustrated right now and waiting for this, I think you would be the person to pick this pile, but it's coming your way, and it's actually not gonna take that long from now when you're watching this video till this person proposes to you. Okay, so yeah, let me know in the comments below if this reading in any way resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are. I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you want to see other videos from me, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. Hello, my beautiful, lovely pile number 2. This is your pick a card reading about what kind of proposal you will have in the future. And yeah, again, I want to remind you, I did this reading with, you know, people in mind who want to get proposed to, and not really as much do the proposing. Obviously, if another kind of energy comes through and, you know, the cards tell me that you are more likely to do the proposing, if I pick up on that, I will of course let you know. But for now, this is kind of what we're working with. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, we're starting off with the card that is gonna tell us when the proposal is gonna happen. And to be honest, I'm not gonna spoil it for your partner. I'm not gonna like name exact dates or anything. I'm just, you know, gonna be a bit vague because I don't want to spoil the whole surprise, okay? Yeah, this is obviously the Queen of Swords, and the swords represent autumn. So this could be a season for you that you have to look out for. If you know, are expecting a proposal, then of course the swords also represent months. And the Queen of Swords, let me think, would be the 13th card in her suit, is that right? 10, 11, 12, yeah, 13. Okay, so 13 months from now for some of you. Did I say months? No, weeks. 13 weeks, sorry. That would be about 3 months. 13 weeks from now. This could be, so for some of you who are already in a relationship and waiting to get engaged, and that's why you're watching this, 13 weeks could be it for you. Okay, let's have another look at the location. Where is this person planning to propose to you? And we have the sun! Yay! Okay. Oh my god, it just seems so, I don't know, perfect in every sense. I feel like it's gonna be outside is definitely the feeling I'm getting, and I also feel like the sun is gonna shine, so it's gonna happen during the day when the sun is still up. It's not gonna be completely dark, okay? Next thing, because we said autumn here, makes me think that this could actually happen on a vacation where you are taken to a, you know, warmer country, or like maybe you are from a warmer country, then maybe that's also indicating like it could still be a confirmation for you. But for those of you who are, you know, like me, who from a country where it gets cold and wet in autumn, maybe you could be taken to another country to celebrate this proposal in the sun, okay? Also, definitely, as I said, all these positive vibes from the sun card makes me think this could be a place that is already connected to you in some way. You've been there before, it has this positive connotation for you, like it makes you happy, only good things have happened there, so a significant place could be either where you met, or where you spent an important part of your life at, or what else, where you went to for, I don't know, your semester abroad, or where your family lives, all these kind of things. I definitely think this person is going to make sure that the place where this proposal takes place has a deeper meaning for you, It's really important to them that this is meaningful and has a connection to you. Okay. Next up, we asked if this is going to be a public proposal or private, and we have the Page of Cups. Okay, now, as cliche as it sounds, I definitely think, since this is, general reading, so a lot of different people usually click on these videos, you're not going to be the exact same person like the other people who are watching this. So, as cliche as it sounds, for most of you, this just means whatever you prefer, is the energy I'm getting, okay? So if you want, a grand gesture, public proposal with music and a flash mob and balloons or whatever, then you're gonna get that. If you are totally not into that, and if you want to be more private and have, not this kind of big public display of affection, then this is not going to happen for you. It's going to be just like you want a private proposal, okay? And then to make it a bit more specific, I do think that for a lot of you, it's not going to be public in the sense that there are gonna be a lot of people around. I mean, we only have one person in this card here. It makes me think of a proposal story I know from a friend where, their parents went to, I think, Greece, and her father proposed in an empty theater, and she was at at the top. I kind of get this image because, we have someone on somewhat of a platform up there, and and this is the kind of feeling I'm getting. I feel like it would be, as I said again, an important place. So everything's really planned out. And this person, I think, again, as I said, will make sure that you are comfortable with the amount of people that are there. But I think for a lot of you, there are not going to be as many people there because this person made sure of that in some way, that it's a remote place, or that it's a time where there are not many people there, or in some other way. Maybe they, rented something out if they are rich or whatever. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, we have another card, of course. Next is who is involved in planning the proposal, who is, doing everything behind the scenes. Is it just your partner or someone else involved? And we actually have the Emperor. So this definitely makes me think your partner is doing this on their own. They're like, I wear the pants here in this endeavor. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do everything to make this a success. I'm planning this, so they are gonna say, yes, I'm planning this, to make everything perfect. This is the kind of energy I'm getting here. And it would make a lot of sense if this partner of yours is kind of the dominant part in the relationship. And not in a bad way. I mean that obviously, in, just in the balanced way of things. There's a lot of masculine energy going on here. And if your partner you want to be proposed to from, does that make any sense? If your partner is, you're expecting the proposal from is an Aries, that actually would obviously also be a confirmation, because the Emperor, you know, is connected to that zodiac sign. Yeah, I definitely think it's a one-man show, basically. So they are doing this on their own. Okay. Next card we have coming up is the Ring, and it's the Five of Swords. Now this is really interesting, because we do have, like, obviously there's a color scheme for this deck, but there are different kind of colors. There's also purple and yellow and orange and everything. But this is the second pile. I mean, it's pile number 2, but like for pile number 1 it was the same, where we have kind of green-blue influence here that makes me think this is the color of the stones. And then we have a bit of a conflicting thing going on with whether the ring itself is silver or gold. I definitely think it could be both. Like, for people who pick this pile, I can see that most of you or all of you are drawn to these colors, the green and the blue, but probably there could be a bigger divide in who wants silver and who wants gold. I definitely think that the band of the ring is gonna be quite simple, and yeah, that it's like a simple looking and yet expensive ring. I do think it comes with a price, this ring. That's kind of what I heard right now, okay? So yeah, this is what I'm getting for the ring. I'm really, like, curious if you prefer silver or gold now, so let me know. Okay. Next up, we have your family, because of course we want to know how your family reacts to this proposal. Are they going to be happy? Are they going to be sad? Do they not want you to marry this person? But yeah, we have the Knight of Cups. So first thing that I'm thinking is they are going to be emotional, but probably not in the sense you would expect. Like, they're not going to be, oh, my baby's getting married. I think the first reaction, like emotional reaction, is more going to be like, oh my gosh, oh, she's gonna be, you know, she's gonna be sad for the rest of her life, because like, this card is making me think that this person you are marrying has the potential to be a very wealthy person. And, you know, I feel like your family is gonna react in a very, you know, Pride and Prejudice, Mrs. Bennet way of being like, we married them off well, you know, they're set for their entire life now. We don't have to worry anymore about any money thing. You kind of maybe married up regarding, you know, social circles, like into a higher class, if you will. Like, this is kind of the feeling I'm getting. They're like really satisfied with it. They're like, we don't have to really think about that anymore. That's like, and like, it seems that they are very happy about this person and about the circumstances as well. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is actually the next card about the budget, and it's kind of confirming what I said right now, because your budget is the world. Like, this person would pay anything to plan this proposal with you, and I do think they did, like, invest quite a lot of money, because yeah, I mean, I do think there's some kind of trip connected with it, or vacation at least, with what I said here, like taking some time off and go to this place you really enjoy, is the feeling I'm getting. And then they are like, whoo, woo, I'm gonna make this perfect, and I'm gonna like, I feel like they really, I said it, want to be in control of this, you know. They're like, I'm gonna pay for everything to make this perfect, and I'm gonna pay that either a lot of people are there or like no one's there. I'm gonna rent out the whole location. I feel like they're like, I'm gonna make this, like, it's a big thing for them, okay? Like, it's really almost kind of an event in the sense, but yeah, as I said, an event, but in a way that you will like it. So they're like, this, you know, this is the real deal. I'm gonna make this perfect, and I don't care if I have to spend a lot of money on it. And they probably also have that money to begin with. Yeah, so I do think it's like on the pricier side. If you would look at, you know, the average proposal is probably more like a pile number one situation, like at a restaurant. Meanwhile, you have like, I don't know, probably a flight on a plane and then having a booked location, all these kind of things. The ring might be expensive as well. Yeah, this is the feeling I'm getting. But it's not going to be like some grand thing for show. It's all, you know, really gonna, as I said, it's gonna, like, they are paying for the success in a sense. I know that sounds a bit like off, but like they are paying that money so you will enjoy everything. So everything's perfect and according to your wishes, okay? And then the planning. How long are they planning this wedding? And we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this is several years in the making, is what I'm thinking. We have this kind of pensive person here. They are probably really making sure that everything is perfect and the way that you want it. Again, like, I'm repeating myself, but they are really so determined. Like, I'm getting this energy of they're like, this is like, I'm gonna make it perfect energy. Like, there is no other way than this way. I'm gonna do it the right way. This is like really like the strong energy that this reading is giving off. And they are thinking for years about what this kind of perfect is. They think about what you would like. They think about your favorite place. They think about what you would like in a ring. They think about when you would want to be proposed to. They think about how all these things can come together to paint, you know, the perfect picture. And also, of course, how like they do think about the budget as well. They think about how much am I going to invest in this and this, and like what's the best way to split this. Like maybe if they have like a set sum, a big sum that they want to pay, like invest in this proposal, they're going to be like, how do I use this best to make everything amazing for my partner, okay? This is the feeling I'm getting. They really make sure that things are going the way they want and the way you want in return, okay? Lastly, we have the speech. I mean, not every proposal has a speech, but yours does, definitely. And this, like, they are gonna talk about, you know, renewing this relationship, taking it to another level. And they are gonna talk about how they know that there are like compromises that need to be made in both of your, you know, ways of living if you want to make this wedding work, and they are willing to make these compromises to stay together for a long time and make sure that, you know, you have this balanced out energy. Because, you know, again, as I said, this person is quite a dominant person, but they want you to be just as valid and as important in the relationship, and they want to adjust their energy, this really almost overbearing energy I'm getting from this reading here, to yours. So, you know, this next phase of the relationship can last, yeah, basically forever, obviously, because it's a wedding, you know, and they want to make sure that you can live that amazing life with them, or the most amazing life with them, the most amazing that they can, like, make it for you, and they want you to be part of that compromise, and they want to make sure that, you know, all your boundaries are respected, and that the way you guys live together is comfortable for everyone, okay? Because obviously things usually change when you get married, you know? The relationship changes eventually, and they want to make sure that, you know, it stays as bright and as golden as it is at the time when they're proposing. Because I think, again, also with the when card, I didn't mention it earlier, but they are proposing to you at a time where you feel really, really safe with them, and you feel confident in this relationship, and you are happy with them, you know, and then they want to take it to the next level, and they want to preserve that kind of feeling and that energy. And I think that's gonna be the main focus of their speech, of the proposal speech. Okay, and then lastly, we were looking at the shadow card here, the underlying energy, and we have the Two of Cups, you guys. I'm so happy for you. This person is a soulmate of yours. This might be like a twin flame, and just like, I feel this perfect, like, is symbiosis not the right word? I feel this perfect union here, you know, between you guys, and you really fit each other so well, like two puzzle pieces that are really, you know, made for each other. And I definitely think you can see from the cards how much this person is considering your wishes and trying always to fulfill them as well. And obviously, like, I think you're really lucky with this person, my pile number 2s. Not just because they are probably wealthy, but because they seem so in love with you, you know? Okay, yeah, this is... Okay, pile number 2. This was it for your pick a card reading. Let me know in the comments below if this reading in any way resonated with you, and claim the energy if you want your proposal to go like that, also in the comments. Okay, pile number 2. This was it for your reading about your proposal. Let me know in the comments below if this reading resonated with you, and also claim the energy of this pile in the comments if you want to, and if you want your proposal to be like that, okay? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are. Like and subscribe if you want to see other videos from me, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. Hello, my lovely pile number 3. This is your pick a card reading about your proposal, how everything's gonna go, the details, where it's gonna happen, when. So yeah, just let me say in the beginning, I did this with the thought in mind that you would be the person who is gonna be proposed to. Of course, if the cards indicate otherwise, I will mention that, but just, you know, as a disclaimer, when I pulled these cards, I imagined that, you know, the person who picked this pile is gonna be the one who is being proposed to. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the reading. And we're starting out with, when will you get this proposal? And I was not gonna like give away everything. We're not gonna do like concrete dates or anything, because I just don't want to, spoil the whole surprise for your soulmate or your future partner. Also, like, this is obviously a general reading, so I don't want to discourage anyone by naming like a date, and then for you specifically it might not be the case, and I don't want anyone to be frustrated. But we have the Two of Swords, and it's the third time in pile number 3. Like, we had pile number 1, 2, and pile number 3, 2, a sword card is coming out, and sword cards usually represent weeks. So I don't know what's going on, why everyone is getting proposed to so soon. Or maybe a lot of you are watching this like in the future and then getting proposed to. But yeah, everything happens quite quickly for everyone. I don't know, but I've seen so many people getting like married and engaged lately. So maybe that's like a thing. And yeah, I mean, this could be, again, as I said, 2 weeks, which is really crass. Like, that's soon. That's really soon. You probably know this person then. Like, this is for you people who are in a relationship and waiting for your proposal. Then it's gonna happen very, very soon, okay? The sword cards also can indicate autumn. So maybe the second week of autumn is something you should look out for if you chose this pile. Yeah, so let's go with that for now. We are next gonna have a look at the place, the location where everything's gonna go down. And it's the King of Swords. And right away, the first like hunch I had about this is some kind of institutional place, like a school, a uni, even for some reason, like a courthouse is what I have here. Like, that's what I'm thinking about immediately. I feel like it's gonna happen at some very old building, like a prestigious building that has some kind of tradition and history. Could also be some kind of museum. I have something old in mind, like old big stone building, big gray stone building is what I can see. And yeah, I mean, I don't know where around here you can find these things, or if you have to go somewhere to find a building like that. Anything else? I mean, for some reason the crow, is that a crow? Yeah, I think so, on his shoulder is also kind of jumping out at me. I think that would maybe, I mean, confirm the whole autumn thing. And like, it's a gray sky as well. Like, I'm seeing a lot of gray for some reason. Gray sky with, crows outside, an old city, an old building. Something like an old European city maybe is what I can imagine, because usually if you, let's say, go to other, like, especially because of the stone thing, if you go to like other countries, the buildings are usually not that old, and obviously then if you have the exception, like for Asia and Africa, there are also buildings that are that old, but they usually have a different kind of layout from what I'm picking up. So this is kind of the vibe I'm getting. Correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah. Next, we are asking if this is going to be kind of private or a public proposal. And I'm definitely getting private with the Empress here, because usually this card to me always feels like some kind of retreat in nature, you know, alone. Obviously, it's probably not going to be in nature with this location, but I think it's some kind of recluse place. Is that a word? Like closed off. No one else is gonna be there. It's just gonna be the two of you, very intimate, very alone, is the feeling I'm getting with this. And then obviously, because this, again, it's a general reading, and the thing about this is that a lot of the times I'm getting like conflicting messages, because obviously there's gonna be like maybe even a few people, but at least like one person who picks this pile and whose proposal's not gonna be public, and for this person not going to be so private, and for this person it's in public with a lot of people around, maybe like in front of the building, in the building while there's some kind of event, or maybe this could even be, you know, a tourist attraction, and there will be a lot of people watching while this happens. But for the most of you, this is gonna happen in a place where no one else is around, a very quiet place, very peaceful as well, is what I'm getting, okay? Yeah, so next question. Who was involved in planning this wedding? And with the Eight of Cups, it's quite clear to me that there was no one else involved but your partner. Right? So sometimes people ask around, or they have someone organize something, or they let others do, you know, the details. But your partner is doing everything on their own. They're kind of almost isolated in this endeavor. There is no one else really helping them with this. I feel like sometimes they wish that would be a thing, but I definitely feel like they are probably not that close to anyone who could give them the advice on what you would like most, if that makes sense. I feel like they, like, maybe you are together in a different place than where you grew up at, and this person doesn't like know your family, and it's a bit like, it would be a bit like awkward asking them, or they haven't met your like really good friends yet. Maybe they also live somewhere else and they couldn't ask them as well, so they feel, sometimes they even feel a bit alone in planning this whole proposal. And I feel like this card also gives me the idea that for some of you, this is someone proposing to you who you haven't known for such a long time, precisely because they don't like really have any contact to your family or your close friends yet. I don't think that's a bad thing though. Like, it's just like I think it could be quite early in the relationship. Like maybe you've known each other for like a year or something, and they already like are proposing, is something I could imagine for you, okay? So they have no help, basically. They're doing it on their own. Okay. The ring! Next up is the ring. Obviously, we need to know something about it. And we have strength. The strength card. Ooh. The strength card. And I mean, we already kind of have a ring here, don't we? It's... I was gonna say it's round. Yeah, duh. It's a round ring you're getting. Great. And I can imagine just from seeing this here that there could be, you know, kind of leaves engraved here, maybe a infinity sign engraved inside as well. I think for a lot of you it could be a very, very, you know, simple ring in that in that sense. I think some of you might not even have like a stone, but just, you know, the probably gold. I do think it's gonna be gold with the card, like a gold band with engraved patterns. is what I definitely could see for them, like a lot of you. I think if there is gonna be a stone, it's gonna be green, and green seems to be a trend as well in these ring cards that have been coming up with throughout all these piles. That's really wild. Okay. Yeah, everyone loves green stones these days, huh? Let me know what like if you want a stone, if it would be green, or if you are like really someone who would enjoy this kind of simple ring that's coming out here. Okay. Next card is about your family, because of course we want to know how your family reacts to the proposal. Are they going to be happy? Are they going to be mad? Are they like, oh, why this person? I want them with someone else. Or yeah, you know. So for you, we have actually the Knight of Pentacles coming up. And I feel like this is a bit like how my family would react if I got married. It's like very pragmatic, you know. It's like, okay, already, like we already expected this. We are already like we already planned everything. We got ready for this to happen. Like kind of a bit dry, but yeah, no negative feelings toward that proposal. Definitely short that engagement. I feel like they're gonna, like, they already, you know, made their plan. They were like, our child is kind of, I don't know, dating this person, and we are pretty sure that they are gonna get married. So we're gonna like already plan how much money we're gonna give them for the wedding, and you know, like how we are gonna support them financially, and obviously also in other ways. And they are already like, yeah, okay, nice. We knew though, we knew you were gonna marry this person, is the vibe I'm getting from this card. Okay. And then our next card is the Six of Cups, which is about the budget for the proposal, excluding the ring, obviously, because we already talked about it. And I definitely think that they, like, with the Six of Cups, that always has this naivete, this childlike energy, this, you know, innocence almost. I feel like there is no budget, like, obviously, again, except for the ring, but I feel like you go somewhere, it's not like where someone buys you a meal or anything. You go somewhere to look at something, and then they are gonna propose, you know? Like, it's nothing where you have to invest so much. It's because it's really more about the moment, right? It's I feel like again, it could be in your home city where both of you live right now as well, the location, because I feel like there's really not like much to spend on, if you know what I mean. Like, that doesn't make it any less meaningful, obviously. It's just that, you know, they really want to make it about the two of you and not anything else. Okay, let's also find out how long they've been planning this, or for how long they are gonna plan this proposal. And it's the Magician. This is kind of, I feel like this is for everyone. Like, your fiance has been planning it forever. Your fiance has been planning it for years. Your fiance has been planning it for a few months. I do think, like, it's at least gonna be a few months. I think the first thing that, you know, jumps out on me is the one. So I think on average for this pile, it's gonna be 1 year that the person has been thinking about this proposal. And obviously, like we said, they've probably might have not known you for such a long time. So a year is already kind of forever, you know, for you. It might be forever for you. So I do get the feeling that this person has been thinking about proposing to you right from like the get-go, like right away when they meet you, they're like, oh, this could be the person I want to get married to, and and then go from there. So I feel like in that sense, it's a relatively long time relative to the time you know each other, but then overall this is also kind of like a snap and it's there kind of energy from the magician we're getting. So I feel like, yeah, it's gonna be long, but not too long if you look at the situation. Okay. Our last card is about the speech. Is this person gonna hold a speech for you when they propose to you? And it is the Wheel of Fortune. I think this is the wedding speech, if you know what I mean. It's that speech that kind of like is gonna be picked up on in the vows again, or how you call that, in the vows. It's gonna be about wanting to stick together in good times and bad times, through all of the ups and downs, going through thick and thin. Is that a saying in English? I don't know. But spending all this time together with you and basically being there for you even if times get rough, and also celebrating with you when you are at your best. And this is kind of the promise they are making already before the wedding. So yes, this kind of very almost cliche, sweet speech that they are gonna give to you. Maybe not really original, but definitely from the heart, and definitely, they mean when they say that. It's not like they spew out some tropes and some sayings and they are like, oh yeah, this is how I'm gonna propose. No, they are like, yeah, I mean it. They want to stay with you in good times and in bad times. Okay, this is really what they want to get across for you. Okay, let's have a look at the shadow card from this reading, and it's the Artist. So the Artist, I feel like with this card also, again, it makes me think that you might be a bit taken aback in the beginning, because it hasn't been such a long time for both of you. You might be like, oh, getting married, but this card is actually telling you that you are, that you can open your eyes to this possibility and open your mind to that possibility. And I definitely feel like this person is very passionate about you as well, and that's why they want to get married really quickly. And I feel like also you might be kind of a muse to them. This person definitely could be a creative person, like a musician, or actually really an artist. So I definitely feel like this is a bit more unconventional, in the sense that you guys didn't wait for years and years and years to get engaged. It's just like, it clicks, and this person is like, yes, I want to get married to you, and I'm so in love with you, and I know, and I knew from the very beginning that you are this person. And yeah, so this is the kind of feeling I'm definitely getting for you guys in this reading. Very interesting reading, if I may say so myself. Okay, pile number 3. This is it for your pick a card reading about how your proposal is gonna go. Let me know in the comments below if this reading resonated with you. Please, I'm very, very curious about that. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are. Like and subscribe if you want to see other readings from me, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. Hello, my pile number 4s. I'm so happy to see you. I'm glad that you're here. This is your pick a card reading, your pile about how your proposal is gonna go, a bit about the details, location, people involved, all these kind of things. And yeah, I'd say let's hop right into it. And the first card we have is about the time. Now, I'm not gonna spoil it for your partner and tell like the exact date when they are gonna propose to you. We still want it to be a surprise, right? Yeah, obviously what I forgot to say as well is you are the person that is gonna get proposed to in this scenario. This is what I had in mind when I picked the cards and everything. So if not otherwise stated and the cards indicate something else, you are supposed to be the person that is gotten proposed to and your partner is the one doing the proposing. Yeah, I obviously will mention if the cards indicate something else or if I hear or like feel something else. But for now, you are the one who is like getting the proposal, okay? And we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So since this is a time card, I don't like really care about the reverse thing because numbers are numbers to me. So I think this is definitely gonna happen in more like broader time period, if that makes sense. So 4 years is usually what this indicates. The pentacles stand for years. So you could be either getting this proposal in 4 years from now, from when you're watching this. Another possibility is obviously 4 years after you met this person, after you've been dating for 4 years, okay? And then the last possibility I see here is like 4 winters from now. So, or just in winter in general, because the Pentacles, the Earth cards, usually also indicate that. So these are kind of the rough details you should pay attention to. Next, we are going to look at the card that is supposed to tell us where this happens. And for you, oh my gosh, it's the Six of Wands. I can only say that if you pick, like if you were drawn to one of the other piles and you are someone who says, I don't want a proposal in public at all, then this is probably not the pile for you and you should go back to one of the other piles, because this is just the place in itself is a public place. Could be at a big event actually even. So some kind of parade, some kind of party, like someone is celebrating a new job or in like their new, I don't know why I want to say album, but I mean, if that's coming up, like someone celebrating their new album, why not? Someone celebrating their master's degree, like something like that. Someone is celebrating something, and there are a lot of people there. It's a gathering, you know, and people are there for something and for someone, I'd say. I'm not sure if this someone would be your partner, could be, or maybe even you, but they are there for someone and gathered together to celebrate this occasion, okay? And is there something else? I feel like it's gonna happen in the crowd. I mean, it could also be a concert, right? Like people do that at concerts, which I personally would not like that, but I guess some people would love that, getting proposed to at their favorite artist's concert, right? So yeah, that could be a thing for you. I definitely think it's a public place. Yeah. Okay. And then, yeah, this next card is kind of like tying into this with the question, is this a public proposal or like a private proposal? And yeah, the first thing that came into my head with the Three of Wands is, for some reason, for the whole world to see. So I definitely think you are gonna have an audience, okay? Maybe for some of you, even it will be like recorded for social media or broadcast, or like you're at a I don't know anything about like baseball. Is it baseball? I'm gonna cut this out if it's not baseball, but like you are going to a game and then you appear on the big screen and then your person, pops the question. This could be something like, it definitely has something to do with other people watching you and while you do this. And yeah, so it's a public thing, just the confirmation for that. Alright, let's see what's next. How many people are involved? And we have the Ace of Wands. Wow, this is a wand heavy reading. Let's talk about that maybe when we're done and can see how many cards there actually are of each suit and everything. But the Ace of Wands, it makes me feel like this is like utilizing all of the potential. So to me it feels like there are many people involved in planning this. Like there could be, someone being set up to film everything, or someone being set up to take the photos, or someone being set up to do like a flash mob, or someone being set up, what else could there be, to play an instrument or sing something. Like these are things that I could imagine for this wedding. Yeah, this is like definitely the reading for like the big grand like proposal in the public eye. I definitely see that here. Like everything and everyone this person knows gets mobilized to make this proposal like perfect, okay? I definitely think, yeah, and also like this is including ideas other people have, like taking everything into consideration and listening to everyone and being like, okay, we're going to do this and this, and you are going to be responsible for this and this and this, and while I do this, and then I'm going to propose, and like, and you like drop the ring out of a plane with a parachute or something like that. Yeah, you know what I mean, like everything is kind of planned like this, yeah? And the next card is actually about the ring, and it's the Queen of Pentacles. So an expensive ring, definitely. And you can, I mean, this kind of is a ring, right? So otherwise, because we have a lot of like yellow here, I would have said this could be a gold ring, but because the ring structure on this card is actually more silver, I definitely think it's gonna be that, with engravings. Could be on the inside your names, a pattern also possibly, and then I think the stone for you is gonna be like yellow or orange, like citrine or carnelian is what comes to mind when I think of this orange for some reason. So I think that could definitely be a case. Also for some of you, purple would be nice. I recently saw a very beautiful engagement ring with purple, so maybe that's also for some of you, okay? Yeah, I think it's gonna be very extravagant, is what I'm getting. Like a lot of decor. You probably can't say that with the ring, but like a lot of, I said engravings, like details, not very simple, not very clean, more like embellishments everywhere, okay? This is definitely what I'm getting. And expensive, yeah, I said that already, but yeah, it's a pretty ring. I definitely, like, I think I would like it from the energy I'm getting. I feel like it's really pretty, okay? Next up is the reaction of your family. Is your family gonna like this? Are they gonna hate it? What are they thinking about you getting engaged to this person? And we have the 9 of Wands. Now, I think that they are overall satisfied with you marrying this person, okay? I definitely think that looking at this picture, it looks to me like if you chose this pile, you might be a person who has quite a few exes who were not really good for you, some relationship that went awry, these kind of things, like and your parents, your family, whoever is your family is looking back at that now, and they're kind of a bit damaged from that. They're like, damn, this is finally over, okay, and now they're gonna keep this one and leave, the others can finally be left behind, and they are a bit like, oh my gosh, we pulled through, like they finally found someone who is like worthy of them and who is good to them and like who is the right person for them and not one of these douchebags, okay? So I think they are gonna be like, whew, I hope everything turns out well now. And I definitely think, like, because this is the first like impression I got when I turned the card just now, is I definitely think that they could be a bit suspicious of your partner for that reason. They think, oh, like, hopefully everything stays like this, like it is now, and hopefully this person doesn't turn out to be one of those people who did my child or my family member wrong. And that's, if you get the feeling that they are a bit like, I like have an eye on you, that's why. They just want to protect you, okay? But overall, they're like, okay, for now, this person definitely seems to be okay, and they approve. Okay, then next up is the budget, and we have the Two of Pentacles. So this makes me think, because of the balance that this card is usually associated with, it makes me feel like it's not too expensive and not too cheap, if a proposal can be like cheap. I mean, you know what I mean. I feel like they are really, because I feel like this person really thought about the financial plans. They were like, okay, I can spend so and so much on the proposal, but I also like don't want the other person then to have to pay for all, let's say, the wedding and the honeymoon, They were like, okay, I'm gonna plan this rationally, and I'm gonna like, we do the best we can. Like, maybe, I mean, there is the possibility that this person takes you, to a concert or something where you need a ticket for, but if they feel like that this money should be used for something else, then they would then it would be, at a party or at a parade where you don't need to pay anything, which is really interesting. Also, what came in mind for me, that means that 4 years from now, you, wherever you are in your country, will be able to go to like a public gathering. And I mean, of course, in some countries concerts are already allowed, but also it depends on whether you want to do that, whether you want to go, whether you feel safe. And yeah, it makes me think that this person has everything planned, and they're like, yeah, I know this is the right way to do it. And but also, not to forget, right, the infinity sign makes me think that if they felt the need, they would have, spent everything on this proposal, and they would have been like, okay, I'm just gonna do the best I can here, and I'm gonna go all out. But they really like took it into their own hands and were like, what's fair to my partner as well, but because like they, like, you are financially, you need to compromise together if you want to get married. There's always the financial like aspect, and they were like, okay, I'm gonna be responsible and a responsible adult also, to show that this person that I don't like just spend what I don't have. And I feel like they are spending exactly the amount of money that you are like comfortable with, and you're like, oh, that's nice. Like, you're not gonna be shocked be like, why did you spend so much money for me? That's like, and you're not gonna be like, this could have been a bit more, like, why is it so small? And I feel like to make this special, you could have spent a bit more. I feel like you know what I mean. This is all gonna be very like balanced. Okay, next we have, what did we ask here? We asked about planning it, and it's the artist. Okay, so the artist is kind of, passionate, doing things out of inspiration, and doing things on a whim as well. So this card is definitely giving me the vibe that they didn't plan it for that long. They were like, and like they got inspired and they saw you and they were like, one day, I mean, when you probably were already together, and they were like, yeah, I want to marry this person. This also could be the pile for the people who, this sometimes happens like really, really spontaneously when someone's like, yeah, let's get married. And then like, yeah, okay, let's get married. And just like in a public place at the time. This could happen. But like I definitely think because we already said the whole huge big proposal thing, that is a thing for this pile, it's more likely going to be, they one day it clicks, they get the inspiration, okay, I really want to marry this person, woo, and then they're like, okay, then I'm gonna plan it now, let's go. And then they're gonna, go to all of their friends and be like, okay, let's do this, and do this whole planning thing that we already talked about earlier. And then it's, it's set in stone. It's almost like a project that they're doing, right? And that they are putting out in public later. It's kind of like their art project that includes you, if you know what I mean, and you're the muse, kind of. Okay. Then our last card is about the speech. Is there gonna be like a speech when they go down on one knee? And we actually have the Hermit in reverse. And I've been waiting for a card like this throughout all the 4 piles, because this just means like silence. Like this person is gonna go down on one knee and they are gonna expect you to understand that this whole conundrum they've been doing in public, that you understand that it means that they want to marry you, okay? They are not gonna say much after that. I mean, there could also, in this scenario, there could be a banner that says, will you marry me? And they are not actually saying it. They will be down on one knee and you will have to say yes or no, okay? Yeah, I've been waiting for this because everyone else had kind of like speeches and I was like, yeah, but like a lot of the times people don't even do speeches for the proposal. They are like just, will you marry me? Or some of them don't say anything at all. So yeah, this is for you. Okay, this person went all out with everything else. They don't need a speech after that. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the shadow card on the back of the deck. And it's the 8 of Wands. Okay. Makes me feel like this whole situation is really, almost perfect. Like heaven, it's a heavenly situation, okay? It's like all falling into place. Honestly, let's be real. This card just puts everything we just said in a nutshell. All the action that is going on with the proposal, the action that is represented by these wands, and then as well as the nice balance of what you want and what they want for a proposal. Like they get to do it all out. They get to go all out and do everything they do, but they do it at something you enjoy, at an event you enjoy, you want to go to, and also design it after like your taste, and then of course just the sheer like energy and productivity that's put into this proposal. This is like, I feel like this is all in this card, and this could obviously also just describing your person, a very productive, like the artist also indicates very like active person. And I mean, we have a lot of one cards here, majorly one cards, 1 2 3 4 5 one cards. So if you have this person, if they are a fire sign like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this could be definitely a confirmation because they have a lot of energy. Okay, so my lovely pile number 4. This is it for your reading about your proposal today. Let me know in the comments below if this reading in any way resonated with you. I'm really curious about your dream proposal. And thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are. Like and subscribe if you want to see other videos from me, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.